So this is something that I probably should have done a video on a long time ago, but it wasn't really okay. It's been going for a couple of years, but it's something that I really should have again done it years ago, and I didn't till now. It's only become more apparent since they moved to Bally Sports Detroit instead of Fox Sports Detroit. But that is the broadcasters for the Tigers. Oh my God, are they awful? And I can already hear you guys in the comment section going straight in and be like, what is he talking about? He's ripping on all these former Detroit legends that played for the Tigers and how awesome they are. And, you know, they served their lives here and are serving medical conditions, and that's why they sound so bad. Or, you know, why is he ripping on, oh, boo, boo, you, unsubscribe, boo, unsubscribe. Well, listen here, okay? I respect the fact that they are legends for Detroit, and I know that most of them are. Except you, Craig Monroe. You apparently weren't that great, but Cameron Maben wasn't the best either, but they brought him on. Anyway, like Kirk Gibson, for example. I understand that he's an amazing, amazing, amazing player. Does not mean that I can't call him bad broadcaster, because you know what? Most times when you bring on a former coach or a player, they're not always going to be the greatest broadcaster. Let's take, for example, Stan Van Gundy broadcasting the NBA playoffs, okay? Awful. Somehow worse than the Tigers guys, okay? God, most raspy voice I've ever heard. Well, that's not true. I've heard more raspy voices, but... And he won't shut up either. God, he's like Clint Boyer, but with a worse voice. How is that even fucking possible? Anyway, Tigers broadcasters. What is my main problem with the Tigers broadcasters? How about the fact that they are the most monotone, emotionless people on the planet? Okay. And you have to know that I grew up watching the Tigers on Fox Sports Detroit with Mario Impemba and Rod Allen, right? That's his name? I don't know, Mario and Rod. Those two, what am I trying to say here? Those two showed so much emotion, so much care, and so much love for Tigers broadcasting that it made the games, even when they sucked, it made the games so much more fun to watch and enjoy. These guys sound like, these new guys just sound like chalk on a cardboard box. Okay? Let's write some scenarios here, okay? Alright? Let's take, for example, just if, I don't know when this is going to come out, a week or so ago, whenever Miguel Cabrera finally hits his first home run of his retirement tour, okay, absolutely clobbers it against a for sure Cy Young contender, if not winner, in the Atlanta Braves. I don't know what his name was, but Cabrera, who's been hitting like shit all season, clobbers one into left field, crowd goes nuts, and the most monotone reacts like, "Oh, Cabrera drives one into left field, way back on. Whoa, Tigers, whoa." Can you show a little bit more emotion? I don't care if you have to script it right out of your ass, okay? But you can't even, for the life of me, show just a slight slimmer hope. Slight hope. And you know what? It just, when I go home, because I actually went to that game. That was a doubleheader, and I went there. So when I come home, I was like, all right, I want to see the broadcast reaction to this home run. I want to see what it was. So I watched it, and then as soon as they opened their mouths, I'm thinking, oh, thank heavens I was at that game. Because that could very well be Miguel Cabrera's final home run as a Tiger. Okay, he's been playing like ass this season. Okay. And in his career, I meant, not just as a Tiger, but in his whole career. And I got to see it live. Thank God. Okay, because I didn't have to listen to these fucks. let's talk about let's staying on that same series. Let's talk about the first game, the one where they came back from a 5-1 deficit to win in extra innings. Let's talk about their great idea to do a broadcast in left field, which was actually a really good idea, I think. That was a very, very good idea. One of the few actually good ideas that Bally Sports Detroit has ever had, or Bally Sports, I guess, and the Detroit thing, but whatever. I turned it on in like the 9th or 10th inning, I don't remember, because I saw they were down 5-1, and then my dad says, "What's the score?" And I'm like, "Oh shit, it's 5-5, turn it on the TV." And then the 10th inning, I think that's all I really watched was the 10th inning. Not even just the full 10th inning, the top of the 10th inning. The top of the 10th inning. Okay, where do we even begin with this? Okay, first of all, they are the freaking most monotone. They won't shut up, first of all. Okay, Greg Monroe, Kirk Gibson, the other guy that was there, I don't remember. They just wouldn't stop trying to talk over each other. And get this in your head, broadcasters, okay? When you're sitting there talking over each other, it sounds make my ears play. Okay? So, and then half the time, they're not even paying attention to what goes on in the game. And then we get that controversial call on home plate in the 10th inning that ended up sending it to the middle of the 10th, and then the Tigers ended up winning. Bear in mind, they are Tigers announcers, not the Braves announcers. So why are you rooting for the call to be for the Braves? Are you trying to make them lose? Good God. They're literally like, "Oh man, that guy should be safe. Why are you saying he should be safe when he's not? Stop saying he should be safe." You know how sad it is when you guys are worse than two people who acted like a couple that needed to be divorced before they got even married. You know how sad that is? That you can't even be better than those people? And I think them as broadcasters sums up how the broadcasting for the Tigers has been since they switched from Fox Sports to Bally Sports. Everything that's wrong with Bally Sports. Just awful. And so my request before this off season comes, find new broadcasters or get on these people's asses. Please. They're so concerned with interviewing guests and bringing other people on and trying to make the broadcast better that they spend no time broadcasting the game anymore, it seems like. And I get the Tigers suck. But do they suck that bad? No. I don't think they do. I don't think any team could suck that bad, except maybe the Athletics. The Athletics are the only team that could suck that bad. God damn. God damn it. Can we, maybe this is and I guess I really didn't notice this until I actually went to the game, that it's actually so much better to see the game in person. It was so much more entertaining to watch a drunk lady double fisting 2 cups of vodka than listening to these fucks.